Hi, I'm gonna show you a teardown of a nightlight, which is really cheap and simple. It has a cover like that. It's very simple. It has 4 LEDs on it, 1 capacitor and 2 resistors. We are gonna measure these resistors with my multimeter. By the way, that's my first English video. Let's look at the markings of it. It says Rovac. I don't know, this is a brand. It says model number BS03, 220 volts, 50 or 60 hertz and 1 watt. And it says made in PRC, which stands for People Republic in China. Directly saying like China looks a little dodgy. And I'm gonna plug it in. Hopefully it doesn't explode. It doesn't explode. It lights up like that. There's 4 LEDs, blue, yellow and red and green. Let's unplug it. It's a very simple night light, and it's really cheap. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a closer look. There's a European plug on it, and 4 LEDs, and a 1 capacitor, and 2 resistors, and that's it. And this is actually a capacitor dropper circuit. It's really basic and really simple and cheap. The capacitor says it's 0.22. I don't know, does it say in nanofarads or microfarads? I don't know. They don't explain it too much on the capacitor. And the capacitor droppers are very dangerous, but where they are really cheap. They are really dangerous because the whole circuit is live. The whole circuit is live, and if you touch the LEDs resistors to the capacitor, you will get a shock. And this cap is really loosely mounted, not even glued properly. It just pops out like that. Let's measure the resistors with my multimeter. There's my probes and my multimeter. Let's try to measure the resistors, if I can do. Let's pop the circuit like that. There's a 1 resistor on here. It's mounted like this, and the resistance is, I can't measure it, 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's measure it in a lower measuring system. Why it doesn't measure? Maybe it doesn't make a proper contact. I don't know. Yeah, I can't measure it very well. It is probably 0.77 mega ohms, but I'll try to measure it. 0.8. It shows 0.8 mega ohms, or 800 kilo ohms. Yes, it says 0.77 mega ohms. So it's probably 800 kilo ohms resistor, this one. And what's the other one? Let's measure it. Let's measure the other one. It's probably same. No, it isn't. Let's try to measure it. They kind of apply the flux, and the flux is not conductive, so I can measure it hardly. So it says 560 ohms probably. Let's set it to 2K mode. Yeah, it's 563, not 600, 563. So one of them is 800K and the other is probably 600 ohms. So that's a really basic and cheap nightlight. It has just 4 LEDs, 1 dropper capacitor and 2 resistors, and that's it. So in this video I showed you to tear down of this little nightlight. Please subscribe and leave a like.